Good morning. You are dreaming with Gemstone Gina. My name is Gina Virginia Casella. You can learn all about me on my website, ginavirginiacasella.com, including how to get your own gemstone reading emailed to you. And soon we're going to have opportunities to meet face to face and also memberships. I'm really looking forward to the memberships. This is your mini gemstone reading, and there's always so much to say. It's hard to keep it mini, and now I'm keeping it mini. These mini gemstone readings, probably in the next month, will only be available to members of the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. And I can't wait. What's the holdup? Well, I've got some 3D realities, and I just discovered Buy Me a Coffee, and I really like that platform. So if you're curious, check out Buy Me a Coffee. I just posted some stuff there. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, this card keeps coming up. So we're being reminded, you really gotta trust yourself, okay? Like, you know how you feel. So honor that. You don't have to explain yourself. Okay? You know how you feel. What are you going to do about it? Don't spend it explaining, justifying things. Take action. So this is interesting because here we go again. I'm trying to make a circle, and I've got gemstones in the center, and then I've got some down here. I love this because it's a very clear indicator to me that my gemstone reading is transforming, it's alchemizing. So I'm really loving it. And anyways, what's really special is Polaris's focus is on life, and it's on a high quality life. It's also focused on listening. So this gemstone represents the committee of the ones who listen, and the committee of the ones who listen, they don't take action. You see, they listen, and then they report out, and then that committee works with other committees, and they try and figure things out and take action. But you see, the interesting thing is you're on the committee of the ones who listen, and you're also on the other committees that these folks report out to because of the oneness factor. So today is a day where you want to honor your high quality items. Specifically, some of you, well, this is a collective reading, so most of you, cutting yourself short, not giving yourself credit where credit is due. That's very typical of a lot of us. And today would be a good day to basically make yourself a little list of all of your accomplishments. And when you write this list, it's gonna kind of sound like a resume, like maybe you'll write down, I graduated high school, I wanted to join a dance class, and then we performed, so that was an accomplishment. Okay, great. But then start thinking about the everyday things, like being a parent and the commitment to having a schedule and a routine, providing for your children, providing for yourself. Think about just, accomplishments like organizing your paperwork, accomplishments like managing your time so you can start planting your seeds, especially this time of year in the winter, just before the spring, because you need to do that. So you're like multi-accomplishing. You're accomplishing because you're planning ahead and being strategic. So you're accomplishing skills. right? It's not just you accomplished growing a garden, you accomplished the skills that come with growing a garden. You accomplished the ways of knowing, like recognizing the January season, Imbus Varasana, the light and all the wisdom. You accomplish the ways of knowing, and then, you accomplish um, maintaining your own health, because then you get to reap the benefits of gobbling up all the tasty fruits and vegetables that you grew. For example, okay, some of you might travel a lot, and maybe you're living that privileged lifestyle where you're like constantly going here, going there, and you're like, well, you know what? I haven't accomplished anything because I come from a family that has money and I get to party a lot. And sure, I'm responsible, but I haven't accomplished anything. And it's like, well, wait a minute here. You just nailed it. You're responsible. You know how many folks out there who come from privileged families completely lack in responsibility, accountability? So listen to yourself and then start giving yourself credit where credit is due. Maybe you're one of those privileged folks that you're always going on vacation and whatnot. But you know what? Who packs your suitcase? You do. That's an accomplishment. I know what it's like to have to pick and choose and rolling up my clothes to make room in the suitcase and rolling up the clothes so it doesn't wrinkle. Like, those are high quality items. you know Maybe you're one of those privileged people where it's like somebody else is packing your suitcase. Okay, but just the fact that I'm going to leave it to you. I just feel like um this is a bit extreme. This message today is actually really targeting folks who are really, really privileged, who are cutting themselves short because they think, you know what, I just have money and I'm useless because everybody does everything for me. No, you've got some homework to do. People who are not so privileged in the sense of not having money to go on vacations, not having money to take time off work, they don't feel accomplished. Find reasons. You're accomplished. I know what it's like not to have any money, taking the bus everywhere, leaving at like 6:30 in the morning so I could make sure I'm at work for 8 o'clock, knowing that I'm always there a good like half an hour early, just kind of hanging out, feeling like it's a waste of time. But you know what? If I catch the later bus, then I risk being late for work and then not getting home until 10 o'clock at night. And this lifestyle I lived just went on. And I remember feeling like a real loser at that time. I felt like, God, I'm so young and vibrant, and this is my lifestyle, like basically taking the bus, working, and work, going to school and upgrading. But I've done my own work and I've had plenty of conversations with my past self, and um, I've done this activity where I've written down my accomplishments, and wow, that was quite the accomplishment, being a teenager, young adult, and not just having the discipline to go to work and school and take the bus, but having the discipline to make that happen. It was overwhelming. Arguably, it was over responsibility, and figuring out a bus schedule, and then things like, Sunday, the bus schedule changes, or after 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock, the bus schedule changes, and all those lessons. And looking back, it's like, seriously, I felt like a loser. I felt like I wasn't good enough. Like, holy fuck, I was such a winner. I was such a winner, right? I was such a winner. And I didn't give myself credit until, like, what? My early 40s? So, this card is reminding us, like, yes, no. And the focus is on yes, like, you're a winner, you're accomplished. So Another example is like um, a lot of teenagers who find themselves pregnant, um, fathers, they didn't even know that they had a baby. And then they're so hard on themselves because they struggle to provide. They're scared. They feel like they're not good enough. Uh, a lot of teenagers in that situation, it's really important that they stay in school just to like get high school, checked off their list. But a lot of them, they don't end up finishing high school because respectfully they work, right? And then now they're in their 40s and 50s and they're like, I'm such a loser, I never did anything with my life. And it's like, no, you were a parent. Sometimes folks do things a little bit backwards. You became a parent um, before you graduated high school. That's okay. You know, yeah, there's hardships that come with that. And that's where you need to now talk to that younger version of you and really give them credit for credit is where credit is due. So the focus today is on life and high quality life, listening to yourself and creating that list of your accomplishments. Now, these are mini gemstone readings, but you know what? I just really love doing them. And it's been such a pleasure. As I get to know the Dragon Dream Soul Tribe, it'll be better and better because my examples will be more and more relatable to you. And stories are medicine. You see, we're a story species. So we need to share our stories. So when you share a story, you share medicine. When you receive a story, you receive medicine. So if I told a story, an example today that doesn't resonate with you, well, you can think of your own example. But the stories that I told you, somebody, you know, um, just the examples that I gave you, that might be something that maybe that doesn't apply to you personally, but it wouldn't surprise me if you had a conversation in the near future, maybe even in 20 or 40 years from now, where this comes up. And your mind is like, oh, I have a story. I remember years ago watching Dreaming with Gemstone Gina, and she talked about that. And then you share the story and you share the medicine and it really helps somebody, you know? So anyways, thank you so much for Dreaming with Gemstone Gina. We're almost, we're past the 13-minute mark. And I will try to keep these shorter. I really love them. Okay, so you can find out more about me, GinaVirginiaCasella.com. And one final thought, I can't help it. I can't help it. This is creating like a spiral. So you're very free. You're not inhibited or stuck. Today, listen to yourself, give yourself credit, and focus on life and the divine feminine, the life is with us and high quality life. You are high quality life. All right. Talk to you next time.